Today I'm making a video on why Hunter x Hunter is much better than you think. And yeah, the thumbnail is spelled wrong. Well, I couldn't change it, I already made the thumbnail. And I deleted the save file, so I guess I have to live with that. But yeah, it's just... And another thing before I start the video, I just want to say this isn't about how much you like Hunter x Hunter. There's a big difference between... There is a huge difference between liking something and it being good. Like, for example, you could like Fairy Tail. I know that's a taboo, but no, you can like Fairy Tail. But thinking Fairy Tail is good is wrong. It's not good at all. It's completely garbage. You can like something, but it can still be garbage. I know some people won't understand that, but just because something is good, it's well written, everything is well done, doesn't mean you have to like it, or universally everyone has to like it. And unfortunately, people don't understand this. Like, people like Naruto a lot, and then they say, "Oh, Naruto is so amazing. It's one of the best." Well, it isn't. It really isn't. Like, you can like Naruto. It can be your favorite anime or manga. I do. I really do like Naruto a lot, but it's just not that good. It's pretty mid. It's in terms of writing, storytelling, everything. It's not that good. You can like it a lot, but I just think that has to get out of the way before I talk about this. So regardless of whether you like Hunter x Hunter or not, this isn't about my opinions on it. This is straight up about why it is good, why people say it is the best, and why it's better than most people think. And that's another thing. Okay, I'm just gonna say this last thing and then I'll start the video. But this isn't to everyone. A lot of people know how well made Hunter x Hunter is, but this is just those people who really hate on it. I don't really understand it. Like, you cannot like it, but to hate on it so much, I don't get it. Either way, to start off, I have a couple points, written here, which I'm gonna go into. So the first point is the writing is very well done. It's okay. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me here, but it's not lazy. Him not writing, him not making the manga. I will admit, at first it was partially because he was lazy, but he really does have back problems. He really does want to make Hunt. Like, I see in a lot of interviews with him, he really does want to make the story. He's just so ill, and he has so many back problems. He just can't. He just physically cannot continue. So I really don't blame him. But what I mean by writing, no, but what I mean by lazy is not him in himself. It's the actual writing. Like, he won't just write something in. Say a plot point, just randomly add it, or just never explore it again, or just ignore a point forever. It's not lazy. Everything he does, it's kind of like One Piece, but it's in more detail, and it's done differently though. I don't think I can compare them. They're both done differently. The writing is very well done. I mean, this man, regardless if you like it or not, this man straight up has, like, it's like a novel. It's just his manga chapters. It's so incredibly detailed. There's a con to this. I'm not gonna get into the cons of Hunter x Hunter. Everything, has its problems, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. I might do another video on the problems of Hunter x Hunter, but this is just why it's good. I'm not gonna talk about why it's bad. That's another video entirely. But some people may actually not like, or it's a con of it. Some people might not want to read so much, but at the end of the day, like, it does make it good though. All this detail, it really fleshes out the story, and everything has more. I don't know how to say it. It's like, it's not done randomly. Everything has a purpose, and it's not done poorly as well. Everything is done. It's been thought out. It's been done well. It's detailed. I think everyone can agree on that. The writing is very, very good. It's very detailed. This can be a problem at times for some people reading it, but he does go over everything. He's not lazy in that sense. Well, that's my first bullet point. Writing is excellent. My next bullet point is power system is very, very well done. I have to say that I really doubt anyone is going to disagree with this point right here. I mean, how well made, how much time he put into Nen, and how balanced it is. That's the most important part. It's not broken where friendship, all of a sudden I'm stronger. You can, there are consequences to. You have to put limits. There are consequences. There's just a lot of restrictions, and it's balanced. There are good matchups. Not everyone is. You can't just say, oh, he's stronger than XYZ. You can't say that. someone might counter someone else, their ability. Someone might not be a good matchup. It really, at the end of the day, it's how you use it as well. But it's not like in I don't remember which manga it was, but I was reading a manga and it's like, oh, some abilities, it just depends on how you use it, how you counter it. And then for the rest of the entire story, that had nothing to do with anything. It was just, oh, look, I'm stronger, I have more, like, energy or whatever, I have more ki or magic. Boom, I'm just gonna win. Doesn't matter about counter, I'm just gonna win. I have more this, like, more energy, and I have one. It's kind of, I mean, I get that, but at Hunter x Hunter, you could have someone with a lot of Nen lose to someone else. For a good example, Kurapika being like Yuvo. That's what I've shown his name to. Yuvo is much stronger than Kurapika, but because of the limits and the setbacks that Kurapika has placed on himself, for every, okay, this is a spoiler for the manga, but okay, I won't even say it, but there's a huge limit to Emperor Time. When he can use every single Nen attribute, there is a huge limit to that. See, and that's why he won, and he also put so many sets, so he can only use it against the spiders. It's not like BS like Kurapika, like, oh, I've awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan, boom, that's it, because of my emotions. Literally, that is what activates the Mangekyo Sharingan. And it's not just the Naruto, it's the same with Kurapika. It is based on emotions, but it's like, he can't, like, there's consequences. There's a huge consequence to using Emperor Time, and there is no solution. Like, I'm just gonna say it, it's a spoiler for the manga, but I think it was for every second he uses Emperor Time, he loses an hour of his life. And I know Naruto has the same thing, like, you start losing your sight, but then there was just such a, this is what I mean by lazy writing. He just said, oh, you insert a sibling's Mangekyo and it's fixed. No, like, Kurapika, there is no solution to using Emperor Time, to using his ability. Like, that's it. He's lost so many years of his life already, and probably more, just to use this ability, just to be stronger faster. There is no cheat code to this. It's not like, oh, I'm angry, I'm gonna, like, tap into the nine-tailed fox. I should probably stop hating on Naruto so much. But, like, even with Black Clover, for example, it could be anything, really. So many manga and anime, it's not Naruto. Like, oh, I'm not gonna suddenly get this demon power and just become, like, just godly strong for no reason. And I know counter argument to this is gonna be when Gon went into his demon state. That is, I really think that's a poor example, because when Asta, Naruto, whoever, like, there's so many Bleach, I could name countless right now, like Dragon Ball Z, when they all go into, like, the rage states and they transform, that's it. Like, there really is no consequence, maybe from what they've done, but there's no consequence of going in the form. Like, oh, I'm passed out for like an hour, I'm out for a day or two, and eventually they always learn how to use it. When Gon went into his end, I don't know what to call it, I call it the end game state, his end point, he literally gave up his life to use that form. He was dead. Not only that, when he got his body back, he lost his ability to use Nen. He has to live through those consequences of what he's done. This is something I will critique Hunter x Hunter on, but it's something that had to be done, so it's kind of like, it's inevitable. Like, you can't just kill off a main character. But having Aluka heal Gon, and kind of the consequence is still that he's lost Nen, but if he does learn it back, it kind of does remove the impact of that scene. That's something you can't just kill off your main character. So that, but I have to critique Hunter x Hunter. It does have that problem, but it doesn't have those, like, BS rage no consequence transformations. Gon is the exception. Once, and there was huge consequences, and there still are, and it depends on if he gets his Nen back. But he's the main character. See, this is where I'm kind of iffy. I have to critique Hunter x Hunter on this, but the whole point of this, regardless of that Gon point, which is a valid point to critique, it's Nen overall. It's very, 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 very well balanced, well written, it's going in depth, and it makes sense. It's pretty interesting. It's good. I like it. Alright, now my next point is, now this isn't specific to Hunter x Hunter. I think a lot of manga and anime hit this point. But the characters are really, really, well, it's not in a sense likable. Like, for example, you don't have to like Hisoka, he's kind of weirdo. But he's a good character. There's a difference between liking someone and making a good character. I think the best example for this would be Endeavor from My Hero Academia. You know, from what happened in the manga, this is kind of a manga spoiler, but okay, it's not even a manga spoiler. It is a manga spoiler, but this is a spoiler for My Hero Academia in the manga, so you've been warned. But there's a point where he does change, and he doesn't want to be such a mean person anymore to his family, such a bad person. But a lot of people, they were sending death threats. I'm not even kidding. They were sending death threats to the author, Horikoshi, I think that's his name. And they were telling him, "Wow, you can't do this to Endeavor. I hate Endeavor." No, that's not the point. You don't have to like a character to see that they're a well-written or a good character. Endeavor is an extremely well-written character. He's well done. He's well fleshed out. That doesn't mean you have to like him. That is not what it means at all. That's not what it means at all. I don't know why my English went out there, building there, but it's just that I think you get my point. For example, you don't have to like Hisoka. He's kind of weird. He is weird. He's just, you don't have to like him for what he's done, but you cannot deny he's an amazing character. And for who he is, okay, not for who he is, but he is a likable character. You like seeing him. He's a complete wild card. You have no idea when he's gonna show up. Like, boom, he's there on Greed Island. Boom, he's there in the I don't know what it was called, but the tower arc where they were, Gon and Killua were fighting in the tournaments for money. Heaven's Arena. I don't know why I forgot that, but you see, like, he's just a complete wild card. He'll appear out of nowhere. He's on the ship. Okay, that's a spoiler for the manga, but another example is like the Phantom Troop are amazing. You see them, you think, well, shit's about to go down. The characters of the Phantom Troop are well liked, they're well developed. You see they have heart, they're monsters, they're killers. You don't have to like them, but you can see they care for each other, they're like a family. And even beyond this, Meruem is another example I'm going to bring up. Like, this man went through so many changes. At first he went from being a tyrant, cruel killer, no emotions, to just being from a monster really to a human. He was the most human character at the end of Hunter x Hunter. He was an amazing change. And this, along with a lot of examples I could bring up of side characters, well fleshed out. But this isn't specific to Hunter x Hunter. Like, a lot of anime and manga are really good at this, but not all of them. There are a lot that do execute this very, very poorly. But Hunter x Hunter, I really think, does this very, very well. And I guess probably the last point I'm going to bring up, because I don't want this to be too long, is the world of Hunter x Hunter. It's very, very well built. I guess at the end of the day, this last point does come down to your own opinion. Like, I can't say for sure, this is factual. This world is amazing. It is done well, but whether you like it or not, that is 100% up to you. You can not like it, that's fine. But personally, and with most others, I think I really do like the world of Hunter x Hunter. It's mixed with a modern society, mixed with the thing is, it's not like there's no Japan, England. It's not the same world as ours. It's a completely different world. There are different countries, cities, but there are some modern cities. A lot of places are modern, but then most of the other world isn't. It's really, I like it. Personally, I really, really like what is done in the world. And the thing about this is, there's always a lot of potential to it. Maybe you could add a sea. Like how you could add Greed Island. It's not really a sea, it's a game. But or Yorkshire Sea, Yorkshire. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. But there's always a lot of potential. You could always add something like the Dark Continent. That whole revelation. If this was in any other world, it's well done because he mixes it up with a sense of reality, like our real world, along with fiction, which I think is pretty hard to pull off. A good example is Harry Potter. Harry Potter, like, well, he pulled it. The author J.K. Rowling pulled it off very, very well, in my opinion. Like, it was just, it made sense in a sense. I know there are a lot of plot holes, but it's likable, the world, and that's the point I'm trying to get at here. But I think the world is very well built, and there's always potential for something new, something you've never seen before. And that's pretty much it for this one. I always make just videos on this, not specifically on Hunter x Hunter, but a lot of things. And check me out on Twitter, at XYZ Red Wolf. It's in the description. You can talk to me there, discuss, or in the comments as well. I always respond. I'm always interested to hear what you say. And a big shout out to Life, always commenting, always there. My biggest subscriber. So thank you to you as well. That's all. Thank you.